and welcome. I'm really excited to be with you because everyone wants to know how you can juice on a budget. I'm going to cover that and a little bit more on today's live stream, so thank you for being here. Well, hello, hi, I'm Steve Prusak. I'm the author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to Juice Fasting, and our newest book is Juice Guru, Transform Your Life Adding One Juice a Day, which was actually a #1 bestseller on Amazon, and I'm really excited. My wife, Julie, wrote that with me, and it's been an honor to serve the juicing world with our information about getting healthy juicing. With the juicing habit, we like to say a juice a day is the way to go with a cleanse 3 to 4 times a year. That's what we call the Juice Guru method. And today I want to talk about juicing on a budget, because the #1 question everyone asks us, how do I do this? It's way expensive. You know, to get a really good juicer, we're talking like $2,400 if we're talking Norwalk, $1,000, $900. What if I don't have that kind of money for a good juicer and I want to make a cold pressed juice? I want to talk about that right now and how you can make that happen by sharing with you our 3 tips for juicing on a budget. Doesn't have to break the bank, and it's worth it. Juicing transformed my life. You know, by the time I got out of college, I was overweight, out of shape, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And when I look back to those dark days of depression, of staying up all night and watching those infomercials and learning about juicing, and then starting that juice a day habit, doing the cleansing 3 to 4 times a year, well, it transformed my life. It ignited a passion in me to want to share this with as many people as I could and start and be part of the juice revolution and working with all the leaders in health and wellness. And thank you for taking the journey with me. And thank you for realizing what a difference it makes to get that juice in your body first thing on an empty stomach. We're not eating those heavy breakfasts with pancakes, waffles, French toast, or even tofu scramble. Instead, we're putting in a cold pressed juice in our body, and it's miraculous what we're feeling. We call it the magic of juicing because we have more energy. We're not getting sick. We're not needing surgeries. We're not having to rely on medication, and this is the natural solution, and that's why I'm really passionate about it. So if we could get you in on this habit, then it's the better for me, because I'm here to serve you and inspire you to come down this path with us, because it's worth it for the reasons I just mentioned alone. I'm 50 years old and I've never felt better. When I was 23 years old, right out of college, and if you look back, I share the journey sometimes, and I put up images of what I looked like when I was that overweight person. I didn't have the energy. I was panting by the top of a flight of stairs. You had 5 or 6 flights of stairs, and I was panting. I don't even mean flights. I mean steps. Okay, I was that out of shape. I never would have imagined what I would feel like at 50 years old with the energy of someone in their teens. I feel as good as I did then. My wife does too. We were high school sweethearts. She's got that same level of energy. So let's get into it. I just want to give a little bit of polish on why it's worth the effort, why we might want to invest some of our hard-earned income on creating the juicing habit and doing a juice cleanse a few times a year. We say 3 to 4 times a year with the changing seasons. And yes, our fall juice cleanse is coming up, and I've been teasing about that here in the group, and I'll be announcing that probably next week, so stay tuned for that. So the first thing is you want to get a juice in you a day. So we want to get a good juicer, a cold pressed juicer. The ones we recommend would be like the TriBest Slow Star or the Green Star Elite or Pro is a great juicer to have. We have our Tribe discount too. You can always send me a private message. I know I've helped out a lot of people here in the community by shipping a juicer free of charge, no taxes or anything like that. Or even if you don't have a lot of money, well, let's say you can go to Craigslist or eBay or even the local estate sale, find a great cold press juicer for a fraction of the cost and get a good juicer in your home. That's the #1 thing. We want to have a good juicer to make this a habit for the most benefits. The other thing I wanted to mention was refurbished. You can contact a company like TriBest or Norwalk and get yourself a good juicer at a fraction of the price that way. So that was the number one tip, is to get yourself a good juicer, but it doesn't have to break the bank, but it's worth it. If you get something that's, under $100 in the local department store, it's not going to produce the same quality of juice. You're going to lose out on the amount. I see questions are coming. I'm going to get to those. But you're going to lose out on the nutrients, because when we're using a low-cost, inexpensive juicer, we're getting a lot of pulp, a lot of wet pulp. We're losing money on our shopping bills. So it's worth the investment to get an efficient cold press juicer. It's not going to heat up your juice. It's going to be enzyme rich. The second tip I had in the top 3 tips for juicing on a budget is making it simple with the recipe. You don't want to buy all those exotic ingredients, and we recommend organic when possible. If not, we want to adhere to the Clean 15 or Dirty Dozen and avoid GMOs when it comes to juicing. We want the best stuff we can put through the juicer, because you just like a great sports car, we only put in the best fuel. For your body, you're going to only put in the best ingredients. So I'm saying organic is best. We're on a budget. Let's adhere to the Clean 15 or Dirty Dozen when it comes to produce. And then if we're using non-organic produce, we want to at least soak it into a mixture of hydrochloric, food-grade hydrochloric 5%. There's an organic brand I love, mixed with water to get the pesticides off. But keeping it simple with the juice recipe. And if you don't have it, I've got it for you. It's the Juice Guru template recipe. And this recipe right here is going to be your best way to get juicing and not having to throw out the ingredients. Grab this for free, tape it to your refrigerator. It reminds you to have these ingredients in hand. You can change it out and make literally dozens of juices. It's the Juice Guru template recipe, and I want you to have that if you don't have it yet. Get it at juicegurutemplate.com, completely free. And you'll be on my newsletter. I'll be able to communicate with you and keep you motivated and supported. But people love this. We have it on our refrigerator. Put it there. So this way, why? Well, there's a lot of reasons that we save money this way. The produce isn't going bad. The produce here is available year-round that I included in this. It's an anti-inflammatory recipe, and it's available all over the world, like I said, any time of the year. So get that. You're going to save money. You're not going to buy all this exotic ingredients and have to end up throwing it out. So get yourself started simple with the Juice Guru template recipe. And that is the second tip. And the third tip is basically what we're saying in the third. What was the third tip again? Oh, I was like, I had to refer to my notes, because I really have like 12 tips, but I just wanted to share the top 3. The third one is where to buy your produce, right? I mean, you can go to the farmer's market, you can go to your local health food store. It can get really costly. So what we recommend is going to a buying club like Costco or Sam's Club and buying a whole bunch of produce once a week. And a lot of the produce that we recommend on that Juice Guru template recipe is in the buying club. It's at the same price as conventional, and you're going to be stocked up. So we always recommend the buying club first for people that want to get into the juicing habit, that are on a budget, that can't really afford to put a lot of money into organic produce right out the gate. So those are the top 3 tips. I say Costco. There's other sources, like if you want to go to the farmer's market and get to know the farmers, develop relationships with them, and let them know you want to buy a box every week of lemons or a box every week of cucumbers or celery. Develop relationships with them, and you're going to be able to really save on your bills, on your grocery bills, doing it that way. So that was the other tip I wanted to share with you. Those were the 3 tips that I wanted to share on this very important live stream on juicing on a budget. But the number one thing is get yourself juicing, get the template recipe, get a good juicer to recap, right? Get the good juicer, start with the template recipe, and get your produce at something like a buying club. Adhere to the Dirty Dozen, the Clean 15. Try to get organic when you can. But most of all, get the juice in your body. It's worth it. We notice when we don't get that juice in our body, we feel it. So those are the tips for juicing on a budget. I'll be back next time with even more. So stay tuned, subscribe to us, whatever you need to do, comment. I'm going to answer your questions. So Thank you for connecting with me. I'm Steve Prussack, Juice Guru, and I'll see you in the next one.